Good evening. U.S. President Donald Trump has signed an executive order imposing 25% tariffs on steel and aluminum imports.
If it's made in the United States, there is no tariff. All you have to do is make it in the United States. We don't need it from another country. As an example, Canada, if we make it in the United States, we don't need it to be made in Canada. We'll have the jobs. That's why Canada should be our 51st state. We'll bring back industries, and we'll bring back our jobs, and we'll make America industry great again. So essentially, we're putting on a 25% tariff without exception on all aluminum and all steel. In terms of retaliation, if they retaliate, it's, as I said, it's reciprocal. So if they raise it a little bit, then we raise it automatically. So I don't think it helps for them to retaliate. But also remember this, they can't really retaliate because we're the piggy bank. We're the piggy bank. But if we don't do this, we won't be the piggy bank for long. We won't be much of a country.
Meantime, leaders in our nation were on the edge of their seats today, waiting to see exactly what U.S. President Donald Trump will do after the announcement of these new tariffs. But without exception, Canadian leaders are insisting this country will fight back. Al Sweeney joined us earlier with more.
Well, it's not just about tariffs. Canadian leaders say if Donald Trump thinks he can use economic measures to prepare Canada for a U.S. takeover, then he'll really have a fight on his hands. Prime Minister Trudeau was at a conference in Paris today and holding back any reaction to the new tariff threat until he sees the details after yesterday's heads up from Trump.
Any steel coming into the United States is going to have a 25% tariff.
What about aluminum, sir?
Aluminum, too.
That's even though the U.S. agreed to delay tariffs on Canada.
And if it's damaging, we're going to react hard and we're going to react fast.
Premier Doug Ford, seeking re-election, focused on the big Hamilton steel companies, ArcelorMittal Dofasco and Stelco, and says his response to tariffs will get the attention of the Americans after threatening to cut off Ontario electricity.
And it will wake up our friends south of the border. The Americans will wake up real quick. We aren't going to roll over.
With Hamilton, Canada's long-standing steel town, figures show 10,000 jobs in the city are directly tied to steel. They're mainly at ArcelorMittal Dofasco, Stelco, and National Steel Car, with another 40,000 spin-off jobs. Canada also has steel plants in Alberta, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, and Quebec, along with aluminum producers in Quebec and British Columbia that would be affected by Trump's tariffs. Officials of the Steelworkers Local 1005 at Stelco aren't sure how much Trump's tariffs would hurt.
It's going to hurt everybody, I think.
And hopefully the tariffs won't last long. We'll get back to normal business.
While political and labor leaders were lining up against Trump's tariffs on steel.
It's our history, and we're proud of it, and we don't want to see it whittled away by a president who, on a whim, decides he's going to slap tariffs on us.
But I'm going to make sure that the jobs here in Hamilton are front and center when we're talking about whether it's going to be retaliatory tariffs or what the plan is going forward.
He wants our country. Yeah. Hands off. Hands off. You know, this is just bully tactics.
Let me be clear. Canada will never be the 51st state.
With federal NDP leader Jagmeet Singh on CNN taking aim at Donald Trump's close friend, Elon Musk.
Donald Trump has picked this fight, so we're going to fight back. We just announced today what I would do is put in place a 100% tariff on Tesla, directly targeting Elon Musk.
So Doug Ford is heading to Washington tomorrow, and so are a lot of other Canadian leaders, hoping to convince the Americans that tariffs are a bad idea that would hurt them as well.